aggressive runs or an enjoy. All right, let's. Jesus. Okay, let's dive in. Bob was dominant. Here we go. Again, 20 clues. All Big Ten player. Rico, are you still with us, or are you claiming cultural bias? Are we good?
Just wondering how come there ain't no brothers on the wall.
Well, how about this? Here we go. Clue number one. I am not a great white All-American. I am, in fact, black.
Wait, is that two clues or the same one?
That's two. I am 39 years old. 39. I was wicked fast, running a 4.39 40-yard dash. I was both all Big Ten and all academic Big Ten. Yes. Smart guy. Oh, that's just. I was a 2016 inductee to my school's Hall of Fame. I am short for my position. Short for my position. Okay, it's all right. Still early in the game. My best season, I had 3 quarterbacks who all sucked, and I still put up 75 catches for 1,545 yards and 9 touchdowns. My last season in school, I ruled Michigan State with 10 catches for 258 and 5 touchdowns.
Good goal, my brother.
Yes, Bob. In fact, this player is black. Thank you. I helped upset number 3 OSU by scoring the game-winning TD. No. I delayed my choice to leave school and almost returned. Now, let's turn it up a level. I don't hear Rico with his smarmy had a glass of milk.
Oh,
imposes penalties for improper booster payments. Sports Illustrated say that LSU will lose 8 scholarships over 2 years, and Odell Beckham Jr. banned from campus for 2 years for giving $2,000 in cash to players on the sideline. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Jeff Nestor. For more, 97.1theticketeradio.com.
The Michigan Wolverines play the Minnesota Golden Gophers Saturday at 6:30 on 97.1 The Ticket.
Tremendous job by all involved. I am proud of you, because I did expect you to be a prime contender here, but instead you pulled a Texas and you lost 2 games in September, but you bounced back. That's what's important. Real quick, am I wrong to kind of look at this and just be confused by, and I have no knowledge of what Minnesota's going to do. I certainly don't know what they're going to do this weekend. But in a completely empty stadium where there are no fans allowed, how can you not socially distance a band and put a couple of microphones up there? How is a guy running around in a massive costume in an empty stadium? I mean, we wear masks. Those are very effective. You want to tell me a gigantic scrawny head that weighs 40 pounds isn't? Like, what are we doing here?
I don't see the reason for having Sparty. It's just no fans. It's not
He's a
just
nice guy.
there's no screen. He's just out on the field and there's nobody there. He can't interact with others. That's a balance.
I don't know. So what am I to expect Saturday evening? What are they going to do?
Football. It's what
You know, they've talked about the reason the games are the reason Mississippi State didn't do a damn thing. They've got to do something.
Here's the thing. You're begging. I just want football. I just want football. You know what you got? Just football. No bands, no cheerleaders. You got the game. You got football. You know the Big Ten presidents didn't want to do this. This is the compromise. You want the game, get the game, no frills. The generic version. You don't get the Oreos, you get the hot drops. That's what you get. Like it. Plain and simple. There's gonna be no frills. There's gonna be none of that. Cheerleaders, you can probably social distance cheerleaders. You can do the band. I mean, you can spread them out. It's easy to do. I got a feeling that after game 1, you'll probably see the band. But this is the Big Ten's way of saying we're trying to stay safe here. It's not gonna be fun, but you get the game.
Hello. Hey, you sent was it a text or an email about a meeting? That's tomorrow? It won't let me, there's like a file attached, it won't let me open it up. this is just on the phone, right? What time? Okay. Just want to make sure. Yep. Okay. Bye.
A debacle. That's 2 weeks after Dan Mullen said he wanted to fill their stadium. The point is this. The SEC, you can test your way out of it. The Big Ten, you can't. For instance, if Nick Saban was coaching a Big Ten team, he could have taken 30 COVID tests. He wouldn't have been allowed to coach that game set. In the Big Ten, you pop positive, you are gone for 10 days. Period. But I'm negative. Doesn't matter. You're gone. You're a player who pops positive. You're gone for 21. But I'm asymptomatic. But I'm negative. But I'm negative. 14 days of cardiac testing to follow. Now, I asked Doug this morning in Crosstalk. I'm interested in where you're at and where the people are at. But the Big Ten rules are stringent.
You have to remember this one. The Big Ten didn't want to do this. They are they're reluctantly having a season. They put all the onus on the coaches and the players. They're waiting for them to screw up.
Do we get a season that we view as credible by the end of it? Or do you think this will end up a total disaster? Look, you guys can say what you want, all right? I'm done with the debate about it. I'm done with whether you think it's a hoax or your friend on Facebook who barely got his GED thinks it's a Bill Gates conspiracy. I don't want to talk about it, okay? It is what it is. You guys are on your side, I'm on mine. The point is this. They're playing ball. Cases are soaring in this country, okay? Soaring. And you hear that it's basically about to go through the roof, right? Do you think we finish this season? There are no bye weeks. The Big Ten, here's schedule, here's the 8 games plus 1, 9 weeks. This is what you got. Guys, I'm asking you, do you think we see it through? Do you think that a season finishes where we look at it and we go, okay, that was credible enough that I value it? I'm asking, because I don't have the answer.
I would say this, yes. We will have a season. We will see it through. It's 8 games. You have to consider the source. The SEC was going to have a football season no matter what. And that's why Saban, they had emergency testing. God help the doctor who found a positive third test. He wasn't going to say anything. He would have been in the room with a bottle of bourbon and smoking packs of cigarettes saying, I'm going to get fired once I give this news out. Honey, I'm not coming home. I'm leaving.
Clear coach Saban.
Right.
No, I'd love to know from the people.
The SEC wanted football. The Big Ten clearly told you they didn't. They pulled out, and then they were forced to come back once everybody else did it. They made the rules so tough that they said, screw up, it ain't our fault. You can have football, and that's it. No frills.
248-539-9797. Love to hear from you guys on it because I think everyone has an opinion. If you think we're going to see it through and it's going to be okay, cool. But I kind of wonder if and when there are outbreaks, there's no bye week in it, and the rules are different than the SEC. You don't test your way out of it. You're losing people for 21 days. I don't know. We'll talk about it. 248-539-9797. Get more of the people next. Guys, real estate, moving along. Mark Z, eXp Realty. He's got his team of experts. They can guide you in the right direction, whether you're looking to sell or purchase. Mark Z, eXp, can help you. Right now, They're crushing sales goals each month, full price offers on homes within hours, and that's his bit. That's his guarantee. You get an offer on your home in 96 hours. Now, again, you don't like the offer. You don't like what Mark wore to work that day. Fire his ass. There's, let you out of the contract free and clear. People don't do that, but it says I have to tell you that here. The point is, Mark Z, the guarantee, eXp Realty, 844 sold by Z. That's 844 sold by Z, or simply go online to soldbymarkz.com. That's soldbymarkz.com.
This Radio.com Sports Minute is brought to you by Hall Financial. Go to davidhallmortgage.com.
I'm Jim Rome with a Radio.com Sports Minute. Here's something you have not heard very much of recently. Let's give some credit to the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, I said it. Let's give some credit to the Miami Dolphins. I'm not just talking about giving them credit for humiliating the Jets on Sunday or winning 2 straight, including that win over San Francisco in their house, or getting me to talk about them on the NFL Today. They did all those things. They had won 3 of 4. They're a game out of first place. They've got a great look at a playoff spot with Ryan Fitzpatrick, who is playing lights out. Things are breaking right for the Dolphins. You got to ride that out, right? Apparently not. Ryan Flores made the announcement. The Dolphins are going with Tua. And my response is, I absolutely love it. No, Fitzpatrick did not deserve to be benched. He was playing well, and they're in a good spot. But Flores is saying, good is not good enough. We want to be great. I'm Jim Rome.
If you're a business owner, you don't need us to tell you that running a business is tough, but you might be making it harder on yourself than necessary. Don't let QuickBooks and spreadsheets slow you down anymore. It's time to upgrade to NetSuite. Stop paying for multiple systems that don't give you the information you need when you need it. Ditch the spreadsheets and the old software you've outgrown. Now is the time to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle, the world's #1 cloud business system. NetSuite gives you visibility and control over your financials, HR, inventory, e-commerce, and more. Everything you need all in one place, instantaneously. Whether you're doing $1 million or hundreds of millions in revenue, save time and money with NetSuite. Join the over 21,000 companies using NetSuite right now. Let NetSuite show you how they'll benefit your business with a free product tour at netsuite.com/am. Schedule your free product tour right now at netsuite.com/am. netsuite.com/am.
Wanna bet? The new sportsbook at Greektown Casino Hotel is now open. We're your 50-yard line behind home plate, center court ticket to real odds, points, and over-unders. We've got all the action on all the games. And our state-of-the-art 24-hour betting kiosks make placing your bets at Greektown the fastest way to win in town. So grab the crew and place your bets now at the sportsbook at Greektown Casino Hotel. Sports betting is legal in Michigan. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-270-7117.
Welcome back to the newsroom. Let's go to our eye in the sky and see what's happening right now in Michigan. Don?
Melanie, we're high above the John James campaign headquarters, and we're looking down at what appears to be a giant mountain of dirty cash. I mean, this stuff is filthy.
No surprise there, Don. The oil and gas industry and the Koch brothers network have spent hundreds of thousands to elect John James.
And let's remind listeners, it was the Koch brothers company that piled up those giant mountains of chemical waste that threatened our Great Lakes.
That's right, Don. And apparently, James said he would have voted against funding to protect the Great Lakes. He even said he wanted to get rid of EPA regulations that protect our water.
Stand by, Melanie. We're going to fly in for a closer look at all of John James' dirty cash.
And voters should take a closer look at John James. Clearly, he's not for us. LCV Victory Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising, paid for by LCV Victory Fund, www.lcvvictoryfund.org, and not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
The only way you can take 97.1 The Ticket with you is the Radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
All right, heading towards 5 o'clock. Check in with David on the ticket text. I know we got the Kennecott pick of the day as well. I still got to get to Odell Beckham Jr. being Odell Beckham Jr. And a whole lot more. But that question about what do you think is going to happen, I am surprised. Maybe you just don't know. I mean, maybe it's just that simple. You're not going to pack phone lines with a group of people saying, I just don't know. And that's okay. I don't know. I mean, if you asked me, do I think we will end up getting through this relatively well? There's a part of me that says, yeah, because there's too much money on the line. I mean, look, Rico's already making comments about not trusting the sincerity or the authenticity of the results in the SEC.
No, it's just ironic that all of a sudden the SEC was about to hit doomsday scenario. Alabama, Nick Saban, before the Georgia game, wasn't going to play. For the Big Ten, doomsday scenario, Justin Fields gets COVID within 3 weeks of the Michigan game.
But and he's gone. It's over.
Right.
See, that's the authenticity that I am going to struggle with. And I'm struggling with it right now. I'm enjoying the games as background noise. I'm enjoying that there's something on Saturdays. And there are moments you can get lost in it. But overall, like when you're looking at, I don't know, man, the big picture, Rico, you said it so early on and you're so right. Nobody got to play the out-of-conference games. You never got to see this conference and how they fared out of conference. And hey, we had the Oregon and OSU showdown, and we had, Michigan go out to Washington, and like none of that exists. So I just have a hard time believing in the results, but I don't know. It's still going to mean something. I know it will. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say, like, when Michigan State plays Michigan, that I won't care. I mean,
it means something to you, Mike, because you have low expectations, as most Spartan fans do. But, David, I'll ask you, what happens if after the Minnesota game, you find out that Joe Milton was hanging out with his entire offensive line, and they all pop positive, and now you have to go play Michigan State that next week? You're not going to care anymore. Your level of caring, you're going to, we just handed in the game, so doesn't matter, doesn't count.
No, you're right about that. I don't want to lose to Michigan State, so if that happens, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be like, you know what, forget it. Season's done. I don't even care about the rest of you.
Exactly. So, you always affects your team the right players. For the Big Ten, it's Justin Fields. He has to win the Heisman. Ohio State has to go undefeated. Ohio State has to be in the playoffs. They got to go and crash that party. They have to be team number 3, along with Alabama and Clemson. Who's going to be 4? Probably Oregon. We don't know. But if Ohio State goes down, Mike, the Big Ten's credibility is gone. No one wants to see Indiana in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, when you paint the picture that way, it's tough. I just wonder about no bye weeks and how they get it done. I really do.
They don't. They're
Especially
telling you,
where
do the right
caseloads
thing.
are exploding.
Guys,
Rico, right now, the numbers are as high as they've been since July, and I don't know. It depends who you listen to, and again, I really don't.
Washtenaw County's locked down.
Well, right, and we're not going to go into a shutdown again because you can't. The will of the people won't allow it, and I'm not even sure it's the right thing anymore. The point is, Rico, you're going to see caseloads of 100,000 cases a day, right as we're getting into this. And then I think about, Michigan playing a night game at Penn State or whatever, November 20th, and you're like, do we get there?
See, and that's what a ticket tax is alluding to what you just brought up. I've got a bad feeling about this. For the past week in Michigan, we've been averaging 16+ hundred cases, and hospitals are seeing an increase in capacity. I'm not sure we can finish the season.
You guys are looking at this wrong. The teams are totally separate entities from regular folks. Let's just call it that. It's like students and athletes. The athletes get away with a whole lot more than the students on campus. The same here. With all the students off campus or not even doing homeschooling and virtual learning, the athletes have the run of the campus. There's no one for them to interact with so long as they stay with themselves. That's why Mel Tucker suspended 2 players. It wasn't the fight. It was you were at a party. Michigan State's been running 23 people positive, and you 2 knuckleheads decide you want to go to a party and fight your way in? Yeah, don't need you right now. You can go ahead and sit this year out. So long as you stay in your group, you're okay. So long as you stay in isolation, you take the bus, MSU takes the bus, backs up to the big house, plays the game, hops back on the bus, don't even take a shower. We'll take you right back to East Lansing. It's only an hour drive. You guys can just sit there and wait. That's how you got to do this.
Jesus. Boy, when he gets on a roll, it's really fantastic. Good God.
But it can be
I know.
done. It's just,
I know.
you're looking at this as, well, regular people. They're not regular people. They get treated, they've always been treated that way. And now it's extremely, I mean, they get the daily testing. Who gets daily testing? Not me. Any do you? Nobody does. They do. So that's why. And for the SEC had to have football because they came out and said, it's no big deal, guys. We're going to have this. We're tough. That's why Nick Saban would have got a fourth test. Nick Saban would have got a test on the sideline at halftime if he had to. Seriously, he would have had his own personal doctor out there take a swab test. Nick, lean your head back. Okay, I got to go. Okay, all right, got it. We'll be right back in 5 minutes. Nick was going to be there. It was Georgia. If it were Vandy, maybe he sits out. But the optics made it look like, Nick wasn't missing this.
Odell Beckham Jr. had something to say about COVID. Generally, when he opens his mouth, he says dumb things, and he lived up to it. I'll get you that next, and Rico may have an idea who the Spartans quarterback is going to be on Saturday. We'll get to that at 5:15. Right now, it's the Kenny Cott Light Your Money on Fire pick of the day.
It's the pick of the day, brought to you by the BetMGM Sports Lounge inside MGM Grand Detroit.
We've got Kenny, MF, and Cott. We are ready to roll.
Oh, no respect. I suppose after last night I don't deserve any. I'm going back to the World Series, Rays, Dodgers. Once again, I'm taking the Rays on the BetMGM money line. Plus 120 this past postseason. Tampa is 4-1 following a loss. More importantly, though, Kenny, I'm going to do it. More importantly, the pitching matchup clearly favors the Rays. Starting Blake Snell, 3.20 ERA this postseason. I'm going down with the ship here. Give me Tampa.
Brought to you by the BetMGM Sports Lounge inside MGM Grand Detroit. Believe in your game and place a bet at the BetMGM Lounge today.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Comcast Business. Right now, we're looking at a disabled vehicle on the shoulder of northbound US 23 after Silver Lake Road. Traffic is slow from 9 Mile. Traffic also slow heading north on the Lodge from M39 to Mount Vernon. We have some lane closures there through Friday. I'm Julia Deal in the WWJ 24-hour Traffic Center.
Amazon is now hiring near you. We're looking for team members who know that delivering important packages is important work. Ready to work hard to make someone's every day? Ready for benefits and flexible shifts? Immediate hourly roles are available at Amazon.com/apply. That's Amazon.com/apply. Amazon is an equal opportunity employer.
This is an important election announcement. Early voting is now open in Michigan. Go to iwillvote.com to find your early voting location. There are 2 convenient ways to vote early, by mail or in person. You can choose the one that works around your schedule. Go to iwillvote.com today. Paid for by the Democratic National Committee, Democrats.org, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. The Democratic National Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
This pandemic has taken away many things. It's robbed us from our day-to-day, kept us from our work and play, and erased our views of regular, standard, and normal. But it's taught us a lot as well, including what and who matters most. That's why it's more important than ever to help protect your loved ones from the flu this season. Make a flu shot appointment for yourself and the people you care about most at Kroger.com/flu. At Kroger Health, we believe that your people are our people.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. Mortgage interest rates are at historic lows, and now's the time to have Hall Financial refinance your home loan. You can shave years off your loan, cut down your payment, or consolidate your debt. Hall Financial can even close your loan in half the time of the competition, all while giving you 5-star service. Don't miss out on these historically low rates. Visit DavidHallMortgage.com and start saving now.
Hall Financial, NMLS ID 1467435, Equal Housing Lender.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Mike Papura of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, log on to nbphealth.com.
Parents, do you want to save your child's life? 97.1 The Ticket Student Heart Check can help. Make the time to have your child checked. Contact the Ernst Cardiovascular Center at Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak. Learn more at 971theticket.com. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. A radio.com sports station. Sports headlines all day, every day. From the Sold by Mike Z Sports Desk, this is 97.1 The Ticket.
We are brought to you by Flame Heating and Cooling. World Series tonight, Game 2. Blake Snell going for the Rays. Tony Gonsolin for the Dodgers, who took Game 1 8-3. MSU football gets things going on Saturday, home at Spartan Stadium against Rutgers. We already knew there'd be no fans in the building, but today we learned no cheerleaders, bands, or mascots at the game either, not even Sparty. Michigan at Minnesota Saturday night, right here on 97.1 The Ticket. LSU self-imposing penalties for improper booster payments. Sports Illustrated says they will lose 8 scholarships over 2 years, and Odell Beckham Jr., he's banned from the program for 2 years for giving $2,000 in cash payments to players on the sideline. Lions at Atlanta on Sunday. Desmond Trufant, Frank Ragnow both missing practice today, and third-round pick Julian Okwara placed on injured reserve. And Stan Van Gundy, the new head coach of the New Orleans Pelicans. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Jeff Lesson.
What are you doing this weekend?
Yo, sorry, man. Get out! Yo!
You wouldn't stop drinking my Bud Light. What was I supposed to do?
Writer's block.
You never been in my basement, have you?
All right, 5 o'clock. Rico may have a little scoop-de-goop for you here at 5:15, but I wanted to just do this because I find it cathartic. I have 2 guys in professional sports that rise above the rest in my hate-ometer. One is Kyrie Irving. One is Odell Beckham Jr. Oddly enough, both have played for teams I've rooted for. But Odell's got a 2-pick. And I got to be honest, like, he was asked about COVID. Now, you got to remember, you're an NFL player. You got a big audience. And you got a responsibility. Not only you ask for the one that comes along with the job. Right here and right now, the reason we are in the pandemic and the reason it is the way it is because messaging in this country has gone from irresponsible to reprehensible to outer space. Okay? It just is what it is. So if you're Odell Beckham, be careful when you talk about it. Hey man, you want to talk to your friends about it, maybe you're like, nah man, I don't give a bleep, blah, 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 blah. But when you talk to the press, understand you have a platform and you gotta be responsible. So what does Odell say regarding his concern? Not in an arrogant way, I just don't think COVID can get to me. What did he mean by that? I don't think it's gonna get into this body. I don't want any part of it, and it doesn't want any part of me. I think it's a mutual respect. I wasn't worried about the test. I was more in my mind, for me and my maturity level, I thought it was the right thing to say that I hadn't been feeling well, didn't want to spread it to the whole building. I just was trying to be an adult and be precautious about the situation. But he wasn't done. While he tested negative, he was asked about the experience Wednesday, about COVID and about the protocols. Quote, this bleep sucks, but it's what we have set up for this year. It's what they seem to have voted on and did all these phone calls to come up
camisita mo kay Frida.
You get a double quarter pounder with cheese with just ketchup and onion and a large Coke.
Double quarter pounder with cheese, only said only ketchup and onion?
Yep.
A large Coke. That's it?
That's it.
762 first one now.
It's looked at as it's looked at as an old people's disease. He's young, he's healthy. How about this? 2 words, no comment. I don't have
If you look at that, if you look at the numbers, I mean, it's worse than April, right?
Well, by the amount of people getting. Listen, I have no issue with Odell Beckham saying, look, while I know I will likely be fine, I know there's too much on the line, there's too many guys' jobs on the line, and I don't want to give it to somebody who might not be okay. Okay, that's the tenor. You can absolutely say you don't think you're going to die because you're probably not. You are young, you are healthy, etc. Like, it's just, it's a stunning lack of self-awareness. But then you realize when you turn on the highlight reel of Odell Beckham's, bonerific idiocy, you recognize he's learned nothing.
Well, he's a receiver. And I had this conversation earlier today with somebody. Mike, when you're a wide receiver, it's one of the few positions in football you are totally reliant on someone else. So you have to draw attention to yourself. Some of these guys can't turn it off, and it's still, I have to be the center of attention. I have to be the belle of the ball. Look at me, give me the ball. I mean, this goes back to Keyshawn Johnson saying, throw me the damn ball. It's rare that you get to Calvin Johnson. He was the unicorn. Look at the receivers that are out of the league or in the league. They are all a bunch of look at me, give me the ball, I need the ball, you're not throwing me the ball enough, because they're totally relying on the quarterback. The quarterback can ice them out the game. I mean, you even saw DeAndre Hopkins was upset Monday night, late in the game. He kind of gave a look to Kyler Murray like, hey, son, throw me the ball more often and we're going to start winning. You see what I just did? Keep doing that. You saw them on the sideline, and it was like, Murray was like, dude, not right here in front of the cameras, not right now.
See, Rico, I think you're dead on, and I can give you an example. I don't think it's a bad thing of what he did, but a receiver for my team, Juju Smith-Schuster, he's been kind of out of it right now, right? Claypool has been taken over, and Claypool took over again in the game, and guess who's posting a picture of dancing at the 50-yard line after the win? Juju Smith-Schuster. I don't think he's trying to, take it away from Claypool, but the attention, he
Can't be
needed it.
forgotten. Because once you're forgotten, done, you're out this league, nobody knows who you are, period. By the way,
Are we all kind of like on the same page? Are you feeling like the Steelers did it again with a skill position player outside of the first round?
I'm so glad you brought that up because I have to apologize on the air because I hated that pick. I wanted J.K. Dobbins, and Mike is my witness. I came on the air. I was pissed that J.K. was sitting there. We didn't take him.
That's it. And you're not mad because I don't think Connor's all that.
No.
Eddie Snell's not all that. And Dobbins has flashed real ability. But David, they did it again. Just like they did with Juju, just like they did with A.B., just like they did with Deontay Johnson.
Oh, you can
just
ask
like
Sanders,
they did with
Emmanuel
Connor.
Sanders back in the day.
Yeah, dude.
Mike Wallace.
Dude, the Steelers just go first round? No. That ain't for you. And they just go into these middle rounds. And they crush. I mean, Claypool looks like DK Metcalf. I can sit here and tell you guys, you should have listened to me. Because I remember seeing him back in high school. He was from Canada. And I'm like, this kid is so he just flat out dominated. Where was the bag of money to get him to stay? Notre Dame had bigger bags of money, Rick. I don't know what to say. They tried to go to state with Notre Dame, Michigan, Notre Dame came in and said, touchdown, Jesus. I mean, boy, it's amazing too. Like, it doesn't matter how much football you watch or what you read. Like, even personnel directors can't get it right. How did Chase Claypool, who's currently sitting, not end up in the first round? Those measurables, right? That's it. And he's transitioned seamlessly to the pro game. So you have a collection of football people who only do football things. They have no life. They barely see their kids. They sleep at the facility. Or if they don't, they just want to tell you they do. How could Claypool be like the 10th receiver off the board? The reason you know what I'm saying? Here's why. Because the Steelers have a system they can evaluate talent. They know. You don't know anything about this kid. You're going to overlook him. We can come back and play on the second, third round. I know about it. You want to listen. This was a huge and a big wide receiver grab. It was all talked about leading up to. And he was like the 10th guy. He was still a second round pick right in the beginning of the second round. So that tells you he was still good enough. Yeah, Notre Dame didn't have a big flashy quarterback. He was good, but how good is he? His issue was every ball he caught was a jump ball because of what Rico's talking about. Now you go to Pittsburgh.
Can I get one crunchy taco supreme, minus minus tomato, and 4 soft tacos? That's it. Yeah, can I get fire sauce? up that truck. I couldn't hear what he was saying because of that truck that was driving by.
Steelers conversation we were having. I think the best game of the NFL season is this weekend. Steelers-Titans. Remember the 90s, early 2000s? They were a class of the AFC. This game will be classic.
They had some dogfights. I'll tell you right now, that Titan defense is absolutely horrendous. So Steelers and Ben, who only threw for like 150 yards this week, you better be prepared to get yourself to 30 the old-fashioned way. Do it yourself. That offense needs to snap back.
Another ticket text here says, Mr. Unlimited Russell Wilson is going to make certain things that AB takes his medicine.
I worry about Antonio Brown off the field. On the field, you got nothing to criticize. On the field, he's a dog. On the field, he performs. And Russell Wilson has the cachet that I think you would earn the respect of AB. Off the field, all bets are off. I have no understanding of how he functions. I mean, again, the last we saw of AB, he was throwing candy penises at his baby mama. Like, I don't even know what to tell you.
Well, it was a metaphoric dog.
There are better metaphors. Do me a favor. Stand in front of one of your classes and use that as the example of effective communication. Stop it. Stop. Now, give me this scoop-de-doop. You're saying you're ready to draw a line in the sand. You know for a fact who the quarterback's going to be Saturday?
Do I know for a fact? No, I don't know for a fact, but I got to. It's what we talked about yesterday, Mike. I would put it probably about an 80%. It's Rocky Lombardi. Rocky's been on every tour.
Thanks.
Okay, Mike's gone from the show. It's Rocky Lombardi, but Mike, what you saw last year, what you saw in the previous years, this is a different Rocky. This is a better Rocky. And I know. You've seen him, he goes out there, he's bundling Rocky, he shot puts the ball in the air. This guy, can use your word for today, Mike. Here's what I don't understand. Like, you watch certain schools. Mississippi State did it with Dak and Tommy Stevens and some of the other quarterbacks. Kansas State does it seemingly every year. Like the Chase Klein game plan. Like, why is it that, okay, MSU has this big body quarterback. Run all these quarterback, like, power plays and QB lead and, like, do what some of these other schools do to where throw the ball real well. This kid's like 6'3", 240.
In all fairness, this is something that you talked about, the reason why you can't sit there and bash Sam Bradford. Not that offensive line in Michigan State. They have no one over 300 pounds for the last 3 years. You can't go after a Bosa brother with somebody at 275. This is why they couldn't be like this. Back in the day, they had the Jackers. You had guys. Man, no way. That's why every fourth down play is they rock and use question. Let me give you this. I can't have a Rocky Lombardi conversation. We'll get to more of that Friday, I'm sure. Did you see or read the quotes by Ryan Fitzpatrick about getting replaced by Tua? I love this. Let me tell you this right now. If I'm an NFL team and there's a market for a quarterback, I'm calling Fitzpatrick and I'm offering him $10 million, $12 million, $15. I don't care what it takes. I'm bringing him in as my placeholder because I don't know that there's a better guy in football. Like, the Dolphins love this guy. His teammates, he's making $8 million this year. And this guy is as classy as it gets. And this, I just, can I read this to people, or do you think this is like terrible? No, go ahead. Finding out he was benched, he goes, I felt like it was my team, and that's why my heart was so heavy yesterday. It hurt all day. It was heartbreaking. I was shocked by it. Caught me off guard. It was a hard thing for me to hear, just digesting it. My heart just hurt.